Hello YouTube, this is Chibara, and as from the thumbnail and the title of this video, I'm going to do some talking points about doomsday prepping, or for lack of a better way of describing it, how to properly ration all those foods and toilet papers and stuff you panic bought and cleared out of Walmart. This is my cousin's son, JR, and he might be helping me with the video. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some talking points, little bit by little bit. So this is going to be broken down into several sub-episodes. Episode 1, we're going to talk Intro to Military Strategy to World Domination. And I ain't going to sugarcoat it. Covid-19, novel coronavirus, as it's also known as, is a highly volatile, pandemic-inducing virus. People think it's going to be another flu virus, it's just nothing else different. Wrong. The lab that was containing it, according to an Israeli bioweapon specialist, research, and developer, has made note that this lab that housed it also housed things as volatile as Spanish flu, anthrax, tuberculosis, Ebola, and other things. And they were researching what genes made which symptoms, how to rehash and hash and kind of chop them together. COVID-19 is a result of one of those experiments. Like it or not, China ain't going to admit it because it's a communist nation and they specialize in censorship. Censorship meaning they want their people to be completely unaware of what they do. It's coordinated efforts to control education, cleaning up the past, trying to erase what they've done before. Tiananmen Square is a huge massacre where they shot protesters who wanted to go against the communist regime. And while I'm on that note, COVID-19 broke out of the lab the day of that last protest in December. There were a lot of people trying to form a coup, do a little protest thing on the streets in Wuhan to go against what the Chinese government is doing. And what they were doing is they were illegally experimenting upon their own people by controlled release of bioweapons. Interestingly enough, SARS and MERS, they are sisters to COVID-19. And the only reason why I am saying that now is because when you got familial bioweapon...
Black belt.
Oh, that's a good word to put it. Bioweapon viruses and stuff like that. They are controlled mutagenic variances. Now, if you want to be able to take over the world very quickly, highly effectively, and make it look like it was an accident, what you do is you create something that's going to infect everybody over a specific age range and kill more people over another age range, or whatever age range you want. And in a little bit, I'm going to be talking about that. So, for world domination, an effective strategy and safe strategy is to use a biological agent or a chemical agent. With that, we have this war strategy. A germ is a bomb is a nuke. So it's something that was settled upon... When did the germ is a bomb is a nuke phrase come out?
Don't worry about that.
Well, it's been around for a while.
Yeah.
But if you want to counter it, if somebody uses one thing, the other two are encouraged to use as a countermeasure. But right now we got the outbreak. Oop, you got it?
Thank you.
And it went rampant very quickly, right from the starting gate. Like one person infected, I think 14 infected, a couple thousand infected, a couple 100,000, that went up to a couple million, and we're seeing confirmed cases, reported cases, that are disproportionate to what we might think is the real number. And the real number is, back when we first had the initial outbreak, a billionaire in China, before he conveniently was killed by the Chinese regime, said as many as 5 million people at the initial outbreak have been infected. Because of that, a lot of us people who are like me and my family are panicking because it's infecting people very quickly. It's just like the flu, but it's not the flu. One thing that I want to make a point on is When has humanity historically used bioweapons to get what they want? Well, think of the smallpox outbreak, the SARS blankets and stuff like that. In American history, we used, sometimes on purpose or on accident, we would infect Native Americans to kill them off and clear out their land so that we can take over it. That's what bioweapons are meant to do. They are meant to kill off a large demographic of people, targeted demographic or mixed, and wipe them out. And what will be left will be the children. And if you look at the news and what's going on and all the reported cases, children are getting infected, but they are not getting harmed from this like the adults are. And adults, if you are unfortunate to get COVID-19 and you get over it, you will have permanent lung scarring.
Peace.
But with kids, they are not getting that. Same with pregnant women. They are getting infected, but they're not having any long-term permanent damage to their bodies that we currently know of. So that means all the healthy people like me who could get it because I'm obese, I'm heavyweight, I have anemia, I am borderline diabetic. If not, I think I am diabetic. I'm just not taking anything to control it. I have chronic allergies that cause coughing. And if it's bad enough, it'll cause chest congestion, which, if I get COVID-19, will piggyback off that and make it worse. But right now in this video, I'm going to stress the importance of rationing your food, okay? Right in front of me, I have, I don't know if you can see, some rice, some canned goods, and stuff like that, okay? The specific canned goods we have, these are 8-ounce cans. Anything bigger than that, it's going to produce waste, because what you open, you will waste. What I'm going to give you are talking points on how to survive an apocalypse without electricity or water. Because the route we're going, we will have martial law enacted. The grid will go offline with the workers quarantined home. Everything may seem as automated as everyone wants to make it out. However, that automation is only good for 72 hours after human contact has been ceased. So that's the big thing that I want to also stress. With that, I would like to also note that testing kits were conveniently available within weeks of this initial outbreak. No natural, organic virus in the history of mankind has had testing kits like this readily available, which means it is a bioweapon. China did engineer it, and they engineered a means to detect it and treat it, and they're not wanting to admit it because they don't want to admit that they either, one, intentionally released it, or two, if it was accidental, they were prepared to counter it. You know, if they would come out and admit what they did was wrong, we'd be able to forgive and forget. We'd be able to help them out. We'd be able to work a lot better with them. But that trust is going to be shattered for a very, very long time. And for good reason. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. We're going to talk portion sizing and prepping, okay? But I wanted to use some talking points on that. One of them being that if people are super worried about this whole COVID-19 thing, they have to take into consideration those who are already prepared, and if those think that they're not prepared, they really are. I make minimum wage, just a little bit above minimum wage. I won't say how much, but
Stay tuned.
not yet. 1 minute, one more minute. If you are prepared for the long-term fallout of a zombie apocalypse or nuclear deterrent, you are very well prepared, if anything, trained to handle COVID-19. Everybody else, not so much. I like playing video games.
Me
Video
too.
games with zombies are my favorite. Everybody knows I'm a hardcore...
I play zombies on Call of Duty.
That's a good point you make that, too. I like playing Resident Evil. Now, everybody who's played the video games and definitely watched the movies, they've seen the immediate reactive responsiveness of Umbrella Corporation to try to contain what they had. What we saw is immediate public pushback. People are going to want to do whatever the heck they want. They want to travel. They want to do this. They got to go to work. They got to do this. They got to do that. And they don't realize that they're already infected. If you think you have a right to move around right now, and you can do so without consequences, act as if you're already infected, because this virus is infecting people that quickly. And it is going to start killing people very fast, okay? It's not a good thing. Act like you're already infected. It is already to that point, guys. If you think you had freedom of movement, you did before March 1st. Because right now, we're getting ready to shut everything down. In the next video, I'm going to tell you how to survive such a shutdown. Okay?
Stay tuned.
This is Chibara, signing off with... What's your name?
Dada. My name is
This is JR.
Deadpool.
You gonna do Deadpool?
Mhm.
Wearing a Batman hat?
Mhm.
On the next video, I'm gonna talk
Stay tuned.
proper food prep. And we're gonna get you through this, okay? There's plenty of reason to panic, but I'm gonna tell you how to get over your anxieties, okay? This is Chibara signing off. I'll see you in the next video.